So obviously for buyers, this is great because, if you remember during COVID, there was no choices. There was bidding wars, multiple offers on a very few amount of available homes. And one of the worst things when you're a buyer is not feeling like you have choices or making a decision to get into a home that isn't just the perfect one. So having more options, I think, actually brings more buyers into the market, because many people would be reluctant to go out and even go shopping if they knew that there was nothing on the shelves to choose from, right? People want options. So this market alone, just the dynamics of a higher inventory market, makes more people feel like it's worth the investment to really think about, wrapping up their lease, making sure they have the down payment, getting pre-approved. And there's a lot of steps just to go out and start looking seriously at becoming a buyer in this market. And the fact that there's options out there for people really helps get people off the couch and motivated to even look at houses. So I think that's a big piece of this as well. And let's see here, weekly pending sales, has really been up and down, but it is down a little bit. There are less pending sales. There's like a bell curve that happens. And so and I'll throw this chart up on the screen here. I think this might help tell the story, but we see a bell curve of activity throughout the year. And we see the same similar curve in 24 and 25. Right now in 26, we're, here in May, we have data here through April, and it has been increasing January, February, March, and April increasing, and my guess is we'll start to follow this normal pattern that we see every single year. But we're kind of at the top of that range right now as we head into and through the month of May. Now, one thing that Logan points out, I remember him saying this. He goes, he said, I may be a little biased because back in 2021, I was the guy calling for higher mortgage rates. So, rates were so low, still in 2021, kind of post-COVID. We were still kind of in COVID. And I remember Logan saying, what we need higher rates because this housing market is super unhealthy. And although you couldn't really disagree with them, for those of us that were kind of on that ride, enjoying, the opportunity to write so many mortgages at those low rates, no one wanted to hear that. But I think he was right. And we really didn't see mortgage rates, if you remember, start going up until after March of 2022.